Okay, what's going on, guys? Sean here, Catalyst Training Systems with my friend Evan Carmichael. Evan agreed to do an interview with us today. He's actually an entrepreneur, and he does mostly helping entrepreneurs find their passion and get into starting their own business. But we thought it would be interesting to ask him how starting a business relates to starting a fitness program. So we have a couple questions for him. So we'll start with Evan. Who are you? What do you do? If you can give us some more details.
Yeah, Evan Carmichael. My passion is helping entrepreneurs. A goal of mine is to help 1 billion entrepreneurs, and I do that through my YouTube channel, my website, meeting up with local entrepreneurs, and pumped to be here, man.
Great. Okay, so we'll start with one big thing on your, I guess, your YouTube channel and in your business is finding your passion.
Yeah.
So I guess finding your passion is an important thing in business, and I would say for starting a strength program, it relates to actually sticking with what you want to do. So you're not doing it for someone else. You're not doing it for just like the look that maybe that goal will fade away and you'll lose your motivation. So what if you could tell them what finding your passion means and how you would relate it to, I guess, starting a business and starting a fitness program?
So, yeah, so I'm a huge fan of following your passion, following your flow, and I think that in whatever that you want to do in life, the most important thing is that you're excited about it. And so if you're starting a workout program, fitness program, you have to do, one, activities that you enjoy, that you like, whether it's doing weights and this kind of stuff, and like maybe you love throwing that tire around, or maybe you love like pumping. I don't know anything about fitness. I'm making stuff up. Or maybe you like playing basketball, or maybe you like playing hockey, or maybe you like playing tennis. And like forcing yourself to do a program that you don't love is not going to result in good results for you. And I think, that's part of where you guys come in too, is helping design a customized program to something that you like doing, something that you can stick with, and also help you get the results that you're doing. Because you can only force yourself to do stuff that you hate for so long before you're like, I can't do this anymore, and you move on to something else. And so instead of just giving up on fitness and saying, I tried that, it's not working for me, it's better to find a way to make it work using advice from professionals to help you get a program that works for you.
Great. Next one. Okay, so starting a business, I would say, is a lot like starting a fitness program. So there's many things that could go wrong, and there's many things that you should expect when starting, because it's not always perfect. A lot of businesses fail in their first year or so, and it's the same thing with training programs. A lot of people will start a training program or a diet, and they'll fail because they're not ready, or they're not expecting the obstacles that are placed in their way. So what tips do you have for someone starting a fitness program or diet?
Yeah, and so in entrepreneurship, something like 80% of businesses fail within the first 5 years. Mm-hmm. I would say more than that fail in fitness, right? Like you look at the people who join a gym in January, and then by February it's all cleared out already. So I don't know what the rates are, but it's insanely high. Yeah. I think one of the biggest reasons in both is you're challenging yourself to do something that you haven't done before, right? You're stretching yourself to try to be the best version of yourself possible. Mm-hmm. And it's great to have the aspiration and the goals. I find a lot of people don't have the environment to then support them to be that best version of themselves. Okay. And if you look at your friends, and you look at your family, and you look at the media that you're consuming, and you look at what's on your wall, and you look at your day-to-day life, chances are it doesn't support you doing something great. Where if you want to do something great, you want to be that best version of yourself, you need to surround yourself in an environment that promotes that greatness. Yeah. And so a lot of people who are starting a fitness program, they get all excited. They're like, okay, January 1st, here we go. I'm going to hit it, or it's my birthday, or I'm turning 40, and like now's the time. And then because they have a crappy environment, they don't change any of their other habits, and then they're back to their old habits pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. And so it's thinking about how can you change the friends that you have, change your environment. Are people supportive of your goal? Are the people around you also working out and doing stuff? Or are they not taking care of themselves? Are you going to a place like catalyst where you're surrounded by other people who are excited about fitness and want to get better, or not. Like if you're just trying to do it on your own, do it from home, at some point you just fall back into your old habits. And so I think about, you could have the best plan in the world, but if you have a crappy environment around you, then you're not going to follow through on it. And again, you'll force yourself for a little bit of time, and then you'll just fall back into your old habits. So creating that environment, think about the music you listen to in the morning, think about what's on your wall, think about the friends you hang out with, think about where you're going to work out. All of these things play a factor in your motivation to keep going.
Okay, great. So like just sort of making it like a positive atmosphere and keeping like I guess a positive atmosphere to keep going, I guess, right?
Yeah, and if I was like, if I were to come here and I'm hanging around Sean here, right? Like I'm gonna get more fit because I want to be like Sean, right? So that's the thing. If you're coming out and you're meeting people and you're creating a new circle of friends, and maybe I'm listening to Arnold Schwarzenegger in the morning, or listening to people who are eating healthy and watching those videos, and like just changing my habits and routine and creating that environment that will support me in the morning, I'm much more likely to get fit and to be healthy than what I'm currently doing.
Yeah, and I guess that goes hand in hand with eliminating negative things, right? So adding positive things, but also like removing friends, not being afraid to remove friends that want to take you out drinking and eating junk food every day if like achieving your beach body is your goal, right? Or removing like parties once in a while, or like removing things that cause you to go into behaviors that don't like correlate with what you're trying to do.
Yeah. Does your current environment support your big dream? And if you're overweight and you're not fit and you're feeling down, chances are it doesn't. So there's a lot of things that need to change in order to get there. And so like a workout regime is one of the many things that need to change in order to achieve that fit lifestyle.
Great. Okay. All right. Okay, so you yourself, you run a business.
Yeah.
You help entrepreneurs. And I know you do a ton of social media stuff, and you make like 10 videos a day, and like for your YouTube channel, like impossible amounts of videos, because we struggle to make one per day. So with all the stuff that you have going on, and dance, so I know Evan through dance, salsa dancing. So with all the stuff that you have going on, how do you stay like motivated? How do you balance all of that, and how does that relate to someone who has work, school, and stuff like that, and still want to balance training and eating correctly?
Yeah, that's an awesome question. I'm a huge fan, as I said at the start, of following your passion, following your flow, and I believe that what you do in life should be a reflection of what you're currently interested in. So too many people, I'd say like 90% of people wake up and go to a job that they hate.
Yeah.
And so then how can you expect to then be happy and look after yourself and look after the food you eat and your body if you like hating your job and stuck in traffic? And like that's most people. So start a business. That's one option. But I mean, you should be doing things that you get excited by. You should be doing things constantly that you are interested in. You should be following your flow. And so that might mean joining a Catalyst and joining a gym, or going salsa dancing, or picking up baseball, or whatever it is, right? So many people have these dreams and they just stay dreams, and it's like one day I'm going to do that. Well, like one day is not a day of the week. You gotta start doing it.
Yeah.
And so even just one little change in your day-to-day routine, in your morning setup, if you stick to one little habit, that can have a ripple effect over everything that you do. So as an example, if you have like 5 goals and you want to wake up early, you want to work out, you want to have a smoothie, you want to eat healthy the rest of the day, and whatever your goals are, what often happens is if you wake up late, if you like miss that first thing, then it's easy to write off the day, right? It's easy to then like cheat on the snack, and it's like, I'm not gonna have my smoothie, I'm gonna go for the Big Mac, and then it's like, I'll fix it all tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
And so that's like the negative cascading effect. But the opposite is true when you start off with something on the positive side. So thinking about what's an easy thing that I could do to start my day every day that would give me the motivation to then take my next step and follow through on all the harder goals that I might have set for myself. I find a lot of people, maybe they're watching this YouTube video, or maybe they listen to a Tony Robbins tape, or maybe they read a men's fitness magazine, men's health, and then they get inspired, and that happens at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and like, okay, I'm going to do something. And then you go to bed, and you wake up the next day, and it's like it's gone. You're starting over. And so if you can understand what triggers you, what gets you excited, whether it's somebody at a beach and you're like, I want that beach body, whether it's Arnold Schwarzenegger, look at him, you want to get ripped, whether it's looking at a car and that's the car you want, or whatever it is, whatever your goals and aspirations are, instead of it happening by random, like you happen to come across this article because you went into the bookstore, you happen to watch this video randomly on YouTube, design your day to start with that. So you're starting at the beginning of your day, excited, motivated, following through on your first goal, and then that makes like a cascading effect in a positive way to make sure that you're following through for the rest of the day.
Awesome. That's a really good point, actually. Just like channeling what motivates you and use it to your advantage instead of like randomly coming across it once a week or something and then losing it the next day.
Awesome. Okay.
So I guess in business and in training, consistency is very important. So like you said, doing something every day or setting like some behaviors in effect. How important would you say consistency is to business and training?
Consistency is super important. I think people tend to overestimate what they can do in a short amount of time, but they underestimate what they can do in a longer horizon. And so people set these outrageous goals, like I want to hit this within a week, and then you don't hit it, and then you fall off, where really where you make the gains are these small steps consistently taking action over time. And it may take months, it may even take a year, but if you're consistently taking action, you're going to see these incremental improvements that then when you look back, you're like, wow, look at how far I've come in 3 months, where it didn't feel like the day-to-day was that huge a progress, but like maybe you're starting reps, so you're like 35 pounds, and then you like go up to 37 pounds, and you hit 40 pounds, and like you're slowly working your way up, where people are like, I want to hit 70 pounds, and like you can't do it, and so like people often will overestimate what they can do in such a short amount of time. I'm going to lose 20 pounds next week. It's like, well, like that's not how it works.
Yeah.
It's a consistent action following through, and when you look back, you'll see that you've taken massive steps forward. And that applies to most things. Any skill you want to learn, any habit you want to keep, it's consistently following through on a regular basis. And that really dramatically increases the results that you're going to get.
Great.
All right. So last question.
Last question is...
Last question.
On your YouTube channel, I know you have a lot of videos where it's like, Steve Jobs, a bunch of different entrepreneurs, what are their rules for success? What are Evan's rules for success? I know on your channel it's like 10 rules for success, so if you can't come up with 10 on the spot, like 10 rules.
I think it's hard to do your own. It's the most commonly requested one is people want to know what my 10 rules are. Like, I don't know what my 10 rules are. If I had to kind of break it down, though, I would say, if you look at what makes people successful and where I've found success too is, one, have an idea. Everybody has an idea of something that they want to do. I want to start a business. I want to be fit. I want to find the girl of my dreams. I want to buy that car, whatever it is. The thing that then separates people is they then took action. Where most people don't take action. Most people just sit on that dream until they die with it. Where you want to make sure that you're taking action on it. And then it's the follow through. A lot of people will start, but then that's it. They don't keep going. They quit after a week. They quit after a day, whatever it is. It's the consistent follow through. And you're going to do that when you love what you do. Like the only way you're going to keep going is because you love it. Because it's going to get hard. Any new thing that you're trying to learn will stretch your comfort zone, will stretch your boundaries, will be painful, will suck. You'll make mistakes. Any new skill you're going to learn, salsa dancing, you go into first class and you feel like an idiot. Like, I can't move my feet and my hands together, and like, how am I ever going to look like that guy who's rocking on the dance floor? Same thing, like if you walk into a typical gym, you might see like these guys like cranking these huge weights, and you're sitting there like, I can't lift anything. You will fail at the beginning, and that's normal. People try to avoid failure. If you're avoiding failure, you're playing life so safe that you never make a mistake. which is not a great way to live, where you want to be expecting failure and then continue to push through because you love what you're doing, you're trying to achieve that end result.
Great. So that's it. So I want to thank Evan for doing this interview with me. You can check out Evan's YouTube channel at youtube.com/
Modeling the Masters.
Yeah, so we're going to put it in the description, I guess, below. And that's it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.